Alright folks, I would like to show you my game collection, and this is only a short selection of the games I have, and I have a few more in my wardrobe, and you will see them later on too. So you might not be able to read the game's titles, but what I want to do here is I want to show you my games, and I would like to ramble a bit on them. What are my thoughts on them today, and what were my feelings when I actually got the game. So the first one we have here is called Arachnophobia, and you know, it's based on the movie that came out in the 90s. It's like a small expedition goes to Venezuela, and they capture, you know, rare animals and insects, and then there's this very deadly spider, and it somehow makes its way to California, and there it has a little intermezzo with a regular spider, and the results are very, very deadly spiders. It's like you get bitten and you die after a few seconds. This is how the game actually is, and you play in the role as, I don't know if you can see actually how the game graphics are. This is one picture of it. You play as this guy, you know, you exterminate the spiders, and in this game it's so scary. I can't even believe it's made by Disney. Yeah. I hated to play this game as a kid. I really hated to, but you know, my mom, she really forced me to play this game because she was afraid too, and she could never play the game for herself. So yeah, you know, I will take my 9-year-old son and make him play this game. Yeah, I don't want to talk about much this game because someday I would like to review it and yeah, make a video about it for YouTube. So let's get on to the next game, and you will notice that already there are a bunch of Lucasarts games, and these actually were the first games I ever played on the PC, and the games that I were allowed to play, because actually these games, you know, they were not stupid, as for example jump and run games. Well, and you know, these click and point adventures, no, they actually force you to think what you have to do, you know, logical sense, you know. It's not you just jump on enemies and they die. No, you have to think over it and solve puzzles. Very creative and developing smartness, so to speak. Yeah. So this game is called Dig, and it's also from Lucasarts. But I'm afraid I've never played this one. I just found it a few minutes ago. And look at this box. Actually, you can see that it's like it's shining in the lights and all colors. I mean, are they doing this today nowadays? No, they don't. And this is a very cool box, I have to say that. It's fucking awesome. But I can't tell you much about the game because I never played it. No, I just cannot remember it. And yeah, this is another game. Now this is one that's a real classic, and I have the first part too. Here it is. And this is actually the original box. When did the game came out? There's no date on there, but it must be in the early 90s. Oh, 89. Okay. This is the original box. Look at this. Let's look at the content. You see this? I mean, most of the gaming kids, you know, nowadays they don't even know this format. It's like these 5-inch quarter discs, and normally you can't even use them nowadays. But I have a PC that can read them. Yeah. But you know, why should I play them on these? You know, all the Lucasarts games, you can download them for free nowadays because LucasArts doesn't care anymore if you copy their games because they are almost 20 years old, so why should they care? And this is Maniac Mansion 2, and they are already using this format, and I also have a CD version of it. Yeah, this is a really cool game. It's also a click and point adventure, and these kind of games were so big. This here is a walkthrough. These type of games were so big in the early 90s. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for these games. I played them all, and yeah, over there you see already the Indiana Jones game, which I will talk about in just a moment. You know, all the Lucasarts games, if you haven't played them for yourself yet, I strongly recommend to get them and play them, because it's classic, and if you haven't played these games, then you can't talk along. Alright, this is another game. Zack McCracken. Now this game is actually more popular than Maniac Mansion in my opinion, and people were just demanding for a second part of this game. And this is also a very classic game, and you should play it. You definitely should. Alright, now this one is awesome. This is the box for Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, and back then I was just waiting for a fourth Indiana Jones movie, which was having the content of this game, actually, because this is only a game and there's no movie to it. But LucasArts also made games based on the movies. This one here, for example, this is still Fate of Atlantis. This one, yeah, this is a blatant copy, I'm afraid I have to say that. This is Indiana Jones 2, and we also have Indiana Jones 3, I guess. This is a CD version of Fate of Atlantis. LucasArts, in the mid-90s, they made some kind of special collection box, and they put all their games on a CD. And this is kind of cool, and this is originally taken from the collection box, and I've just put them in to the games so that they are all together. Okay, what else do we have here? This is cool. This is the diary. Friggin' awesome. I can't wait for the movie to come out. Right. This was that. And now this is the god of the point and click adventures. Monkey fucking Island. Yeah. Now this was Quickening 666 talking about these these wheels. This one's actually is already broken, and this was some kind of password feature. Really cool. They also had this for the second part. Alright. Yeah, yet again, this one's a demo of Monkey Island. These are the discs, also 5" quarter. This is Monkey Island 3, as far as I recall. My favorite Monkey Island games are actually part 1 and 2. And I cannot actually decide which one is better, Monkey Island 1 or 2. But the sequels to them, I didn't like them too much. And yeah, I've heard about they are working on a new Monkey Island game. and I'm really curious how that will turn out. It might be crap. You know, most sequels nowadays of old games are just total crap, and I'm afraid Monkey Island will be no exception to this. Yeah, because Monkey Island 1, you know, that game made sense, and Monkey Island 2 was just basically only a dream of this guy, Guybrush Threepwood. And yeah, the games that came after that, you know, that they didn't make any sense to me. So I like the first parts, like the most. Okay, then we have a game that's also a point-and-click adventure, but it's not made by Lucasarts. This one's called Baphomet's Curse. And this one's also part 1 and 2. You know, this one's the second and this one's the first. You know, really great games. And I can just recommend you to, if you can get your hands on these games, you know, you should get them. Real classic stuff. And to this game there's also a sequel existing. I don't know if it's only 1 or 2 games, but these, you know, Baphomet's Curse 1 and 2 are actually the best in the series. So it's the same case as it is for Monkey Island. Yeah, great games actually. Okay, and the last one for this video, oh boy, Leisure Suit Larry. Now this is not my game actually. This is someone else bought this, and I'm not kidding. No, personally I have only played the first one, and these Larry games actually were the first games, the first sexual porn containing games I've ever came across in my life, and it was really weird. And this is a collection box, and it contains the first 3 games, but I only played the first one, and this was kinda good, but I didn't understand it as a kid, but I really wanted to play it for some odd reason. But this game, you know, had some very difficult questions, so you had to answer 3 questions before you were able to play it, and these questions were actually very, you know, about American presidents, for example, and, you know, just stuff you couldn't know as a kid. And these games are also made for adults, and they are proclaiming that on the side. You can read it here. 3 humorous, harmless, 3D animated and devious for adults. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this was the first part of my game collection, and there's more yet to come. So, see you next time.